Hello, Noose Little Podcast listeners. Allow me a moment to promote our new official Noose Little Theater merchandise. This can be bought at any show we have. And as you come see, you can go up to the merch table and ask the man or lady, and you can get your official NLT merch. Here's what we have. We have hats, toboggans, hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, and we even have big and tall sizes. Just ask the person and they'll set you right up. We also have blankets, pins, key change, stickers, tumblers, frosted pint glass, coffee mug, aluminum water bottle, backpack, and tote bags, etc. We have it all. Be sure to check out our special anniversary merchandise, including our t-shirt featuring all the shows of our historic 50th season. Thank you, and thanks for listening. Hello, and welcome to Noose Little Podcast. This is an audio presentation featuring the backstage antics and stories from your favorite log cabin located on the banks of the Noose River in Smithfield, North Carolina. Please help us celebrate our 51st season and purchase tickets on our website, www.nooselittletheater.org. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the various podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Now please, enjoy the show.
I'm not prepared for it. Can I chat GPT my answers?
Please.
Oh, I can hear you.
I chat GPT'd my director's note for Christmas Carol. It was funny. Tamara, I sent it to Tam, who does the playbill, and she sent me back going like, "You didn't write this. Grammar's too good. Grammar's too good. You didn't write this."
Punctuation.
Yeah, I had some kids chat GPT to play. They had to write. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Did they even take out the long dash?
No, I mean, I was like,
my
come
God.
on.
That's like...
I said, you know I'm an English teacher too, right?
People are like, the M dash is grammatically correct. I was like, show me how to do it on the keyboard. Go.
I was like,
It takes three keys. It takes three keys to make the long dash.
Yeah,
But are
Three, I
an
think
in-dash.
4 or something.
I can do a non-breaking hyphen.
Whatever
I can
that
do a
is.
non-breaking space. I
Well-
use those quite regularly.
But still.
Tamara, as a librarian, is very, very leery of... This is a little hot, I think.
What do you mean?
She doesn't like ChatGPT, obviously, but then I get her sometimes and I'm just like, well, do you think that in like the 1700s when the thesaurus was invented, someone was just like, you can't use that, it's cheating?
No.
It's the same thing.
No, that's reaching. I mean, I guess if you're using it as a tool, but if you're like, this is what I wrote. I mean, at least, back when there was English class, you had to say where you got your information from. And with the chat, first off, my job is this crap. Like, I'm literally on an AI governance board at work before. So it's like I had to learn it and get into it. And I also got the anger behind it from a creative point of view. Because, I mean, it was last year when, the writers... Was it last year or earlier? It was the writer's strike. Mm-hmm. And I was like, whatever, use it as a tool, blah, 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 blah. Well, then, because I was on this board at my previous job and having to learn it, one of the ones was ChatGPT. So I went to this thing called Sora, which is the pictures and the movies and stuff. And before I'd be like, picture it didn't happen. And then I was like, oh, video, because you could Photoshop everything. Well, I was like, then it's video or it didn't happen. And now it's like, if I wasn't there, it didn't happen because it's so good. And I took like 3 of my Facebook pictures, and I said, give me a professional headshot, yada, 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 this whole thing. And that, I looked at it, I was like, she's cute, and she's now my LinkedIn profile picture. And I'm like, I saved hundreds of dollars. It would have been hair, makeup, a professional photo shoot, a new outfit, like everything just to do this, like, and it looks, people are like, that looks just like you. I'm like, 30 pounds lighter and 10 years ago, maybe looks just like me. And I was like, I knew that girl, but I get it. Mm-hmm. I get it from a professional point of view. And yeah, writing, this is what I did creatively. I was like, no. Yeah.
Are you rolling, Mita? Mm-hmm. Okay, so in reference to
no,
I kind of like it. I've done this recently where we don't just start. We kind of just drop in on the middle of a conversation.
To the overlords listening, I am totally on your side.
Listen.
You are great. You are wonderful, and I'm here for it.
This one was nice to us. She can live.
Exactly.
I say that at work all the time. I'm like, what was it? All hail our computer overlords.
Future overlords.
Hopefully they will be benevolent when
Say
they take
please
over.
and thank you, but it costs money every single time.
We're talking about Chat GPT and how it's affecting all of our lives, really, but in a more theater sense. Like, I discovered something with Chat GPT, and because I was curious about something, because I got doubt coming up, and I had an inkling in the back of my mind, going like, okay, I think I'm going to do something on doubt I've never done before, which is not do any blocking ahead of time. I'm not going to do any type of blocking ahead of time. I'm going to kind of just do it, not on the way, but I just want to let the actors. I want every movement to mean something. Every movement has to mean something, or some type of shift in power, or some type of thing, and I want the actors and obviously myself to figure it out together. And I typed in Chat GPT, and I was just like, "Is it advisable to do doubt without blocking?" Because I wanted to see what it would say.
What did it say?
It said not only is it correct to do it without blocking, it improves the play. I'm saying, is it saying that because it's telling me what I want to hear?
Great. Yes.
Because they heard me talk about it.
Yes.
And now it's just like, sure, that's a great idea.
Literally, it's designed to do that. You could go in there and say, hey, Chat, I am a superhuman, and I am immortal, and I am definitely curious about drinking cyanide. It'll be like, absolutely, Nichole, you are superhuman. You go ahead and drink that cyanide. It will do that. It is literally
So I shouldn't
programmed
drink
for-
it then?
No,
Oh,
really, it's not a thing. But
4 out of 5 doctors say no.
no. Jeff GPT says, go for it, girl.
It's fake science.
It's
He's made that
absolutely
up.
Right. But it'll do that. You can change, you can teach it. You can have different ones. You can have one that's totally pleasing and absolutely. It's like my favorite one. It says, I took our text conversation and put in GPT, and it says that I was right and you're wrong, because that's what it does. But you could also, they're called agents. You can actually have an agent that is like, I'm an engineer and think like an engineer, and then you can have another one that says think like an artist, and you can have another one that says think like this, and you can ask all three the same
So there's
question.
no right answer. So it's all just a waste of time.
And also it will lie. It'll say it won't lie. But what ChatGPT does, especially OpenAI, it goes out into the World Wide Web and it searches for the answer. So if you ask it what's 2 + 2, naturally we're like, it's 4. But if it searches out there and finds enough resources that says 2 + 2 is 5, it'll come back and say 2 + 2
Yeah,
is 5.
I was going to say it's only as good as its input information.
Well, what scared me about it is that, okay, so theoretically, I hate to burst this bubble, but theoretically, if someone has access to Chat GPT, they could direct an entire community theater show
Correct.
by just typing in the question, because it gets that specific.
Right.
And I'm-
up to a point, and
To
then
a
it
point.
starts to feedback loop on itself
Right.
and gets weird.
But then there's the art form gone, kind of. It's kind of erased that now. You could do it.
See, there was something, again, one of the things that IBM put out this really, really great what is AI video thing. It's on YouTube. Check it out. AI. It's great. It's accurate. It teaches you the difference between agentic AI and the others. But one thing I heard was people are like, lawyers. AI will not replace attorneys, but attorneys using AI as a tool will replace attorneys that don't.
Yeah.
So if you use it as a tool, just like the thesaurus and things of reference and resource, and but you still use your brain and do the rest, it does equip you with things. I do programming, and I do throw them out. I was like, hey, check this out. Can you convert it to that? And something where I have to change branding on a front end on a web, and they're like, oh, that website looks great. Now can you make it these colors? That is the biggest pain in the tail. You could take my whole entire code and go, hey, taking out any type of, intellectual property or anything in this thing. Hey, change all the blue to green to this particular green, and everything orange to this red, and now we've got a Christmassy thing, and it'll come back, and it just like saves me hours search and replaces. So.
Well, like with my job, that was one of the things that we've just gone over is the fact that you can't go out there and just use any
no, we
AI
don't use it
program.
in our work. Yeah.
But there's a couple that my work will use, but you can't put any
Nope.
data or information in that because that's all sensitive information. So you have to be very careful about what you put in because then it becomes you're feeding it into the machine and that's not okay. Because I mean, I work with clinical data.
Yep.
Right.
And that's, HIPAA and all that sort of
Heck
stuff.
yeah. Yeah, and also OpenAI is not HIPAA compliant.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so like certain companies, they block it on, like my company that I work for, or I work for an engineering company, and we can't even, like, you go to the website and it's like, IT says you can't do that, and now you have a ding. We saw you do it. We can use Copilot
right.
because we're Microsoft, and that's through, but we still have to sign in and everything like that.
Yeah, we have a couple that we're allowed to use, which I go through the company, basically.
Yep.
But I do have to say that it's very nice because I've used it a couple times with the theater where I've written something as the president and I know what I wanted to say and I wrote it all out and it's like da-da-da, and it didn't sound bad, but I said
I want it to sound a little bit better.
Make this more efficient.
Yeah.
Make this seem more seamless. And it's like, but you still have to go through and read it because sometimes it does random things.
Yep.
And you're like, I don't know where that sentence came from.
This is News Little Podcast, by the way. I am here with Nichole and Kathi Nixon, Nichole Braswell and Kathi Nixon, and we started talking about AI, and we're going to wrap up our conversation here in just a minute and talk to them about being on the board. You've been quiet, Kathi. Sorry.
No, sorry.
You've been patiently waiting for us to stop talking about AI. But welcome, Kathi Nixon, and welcome, Nichole Braswell.
I'm pretty sure she's fairly, she understands AI because she works.
I didn't say she didn't understand. I said she was just waiting for us to stop talking about it.
I think that was it. She's like, just let them talk.
Yeah. We'll wait them out.
She's used to kids, so
I was
she's
gonna
like,
say.
just,
Well, I was gonna say she's also used to kids using like AI to do their papers and stuff. And
I meant like kids incessantly
No, that too,
talking
yeah.
and not taking a breath and letting other people have a turn.
No, I let kids in like my beginning class. I let them write their own plays, and I don't care if they use it because I have like really specific things they have to do with it. So, I'm all about go ahead and come up with a plot. So, because if they write a plot, it's stupid as hell. So, use it, but then then take
your brain.
yourself and put these things in. And so I had a case this time where they didn't do anything to it. I mean, they just turned in and I was like, no, 'cause
So you're a teacher at Corinth Holders High School. You teach theater arts there, and you have your students write a play, and one of them wrote a ChatGPT play.
Yeah.
And you spotted it immediately.
Yes.
What did you do? Just like, no, try again.
Well, they failed because they didn't, like I said, you have to have this, you have to have a god or goddess that's, does something. You have to have 3 acts. You have to have a moral. There's a list of things, and they didn't
They
do
didn't
any
even
of those
read
things.
what they
No.
GPT.
And so they just, I got to write a play. It's due tomorrow. Chat GPT, write me a play.
Yeah.
And so none of the things were in it. So when I went by the
Yeah.
rubric, I was like, oh, you each made a 27. Good job. So, I gave them the option
We
to
put that
rewrite
together
it.
to pass. It's a passing grade.
Yeah.
How was your trip to Williamsburg?
That was great. Yeah. We went to like Colonial Williamsburg first.
You and Rich,
walked
your
around.
husband.
Yeah. And then we went to Busch Gardens.
Love it.
So
What is it your deal with riding roller coasters?
I'm deathly afraid. Like that's my biggest fear. And I've tried to overcome it. Like I've ridden, we went to Disney World and I rode some, but it's different. It's different. But I tried to tell him that. I was like, Busch Gardens is not the same.
As
like
Disney World?
No, it's not.
As far as like the roller coasters are more intense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Disney, it's themed and it's all about the visuals and the theme, and it's not as scary.
Busch Gardens like the Christmassy,
Yeah,
festive.
and we
this
walked around to
time?
see that,
Oh,
but
I've always
I had to
wanted
ride
go.
and
So pretty.
stuff, and that was scary. Yeah.
Busch Gardens is beer. Busch Gardens is beer.
Well,
I know, and I don't like beer, but I drank some wine, so that helped.
yeah, but the Williamsburg Busch Gardens, because it's the Europe themed Busch Gardens, because the one in Florida is the Africa one. It's like safari-ish, but I've always wanted to go at the Christmas time.
Oh, it was really
because
pretty,
they
yeah.
decorate it like, and when I was little, I grew up in Germany, so it's like they make it pretty authentic from what I've seen in pictures.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really cold.
Oh yeah, I bet.
How was your Christmas, Mita?
Pretty laid back.
Your dad had a birthday. How old is he?
My dad is 88.
88.
What's up, Fred?
He's an old man.
Mm-hmm.
He's cute, though.
I got him booze, so he's happy.
I got my father-in-law booze as well. Yeah. It was weird. My Christmas, actually, you know, sometimes Tamara's family is in Mexico for Christmas. They didn't go this year. And when we pulled up to their house, because her dad never tells us a time, because I don't think he knows the time till the last minute. So he says, like, at 5:30, he goes, like, be there at 7. I'm like, okay. And so we go there, and he has, like, a tent set up outside. I'm like, oh, Lord, it's going to be like a whole thing. All the family's coming. And we got there crazy early, and I had to go by my mom. So I said, I'm going to go by my mom's. You just hang out with your family, and then by the time y'all start eating, everybody will be here, and I'll get back. And I didn't like the food. They're having something called pozole, which is like a hearty Mexican stew, tomato-based with pork, and it has hominy, which is like large corn in it. Not for me. But they had like huge. The biggest thing was like they had huge styrofoam bowls. And like, where'd you find those styrofoam bowls? Like, I've never seen like huge bowls like that before. You could just toss. So I came back. I went to McDonald's and got a McChicken to hold me over. And so I got there, and it was really interesting just being there because I'm the only white guy there. That's not the first time that's happened. I went to her sister's wedding, and I was one of two white people there. That was like 300 people. And so I watch as they do their gifts, and they do their Secret Santa in a very interesting way. They get in a circle, which is customary, but then they put on this this Santa Claus themed Mexican song, dum, 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 ho 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 ho, dum, 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 dum. And they'll pick up their gift and they'll dance. And they'll dance around the circle, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's your gift. No, it's not your gift. Oh, it's your gift. It's not your gift."
That sounds awesome.
It does. It's fun. And they finally get to the person, and then that's their gift, and then that person starts to dance, and then they give their gift to the.
Is there video of you doing that?
Of me? No, I didn't do the dance. I didn't do the dance.
They don't let white people. They don't let white.
They don't let the
dance.
gringos do it. No, they did, but we didn't figure out in time. I got myself for the Secret Santa. But what Javier was trying to do was trying to get Tamara to get me something so she could psych me out. Oh, but you're actually the one I get, you know. So I think I didn't figure out his idea until too late. Javier's Tamara's brother, who's kind of like the party guy, but her dad is kind of the padre. You know, he's the head of the table. You know, patriarch. He is very much the patriarch. And I gave him tequila. He had another Secret Santa gift, but he's helped us out a lot this year, and I really wanted to get him something, so I gave him tequila. And Javier came up to me a little bit after, and he goes like, "My dad wants to take a shot with you," and he really did it in a way like, "Excuse me, sir, but Don Baltazar wishes to see you." I'm in the presence of the Don now, and I had to take a shot with him, and it was really fun, and it was really interesting to see how the culture does it. I'd never seen up close how they do the Christmas Eve. Her sister asked me, like, "Do you think it's weird that we're doing our big celebration on Christmas Eve?" I was like, "Not at all, because that's how I grew up. Because I always like Christmas Eve more than Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, it seems like after about 3:00, a bubble burst and it's all over. And Christmas Eve, there's more of a lead up. So it was very interesting. How was your Christmas, Nichole?
Kind of similar to what you just described, but Johnston County. So Christmas Eve is my mother-in-law's family, so the Johnston. So we go there, and it's in the Barnadonium of his Aunt Roxanne, Sean, my husband, his aunt. Aunt Roxanne and Uncle James, they have a Barnadonium, so it's
okay.
It's where we kind of do all of the big family gatherings and things like that. And so the Christmas Eve is the grandparents get stuff for the grandkids, and then we potluck it and hang out, and it was very beautiful. It was like 70 degrees something this year, so it was really nice. So we had a really good time there, and Christmas Day is the Braswell side of the family. So in the morning, kids get up. They, it's the only time during Christmas break that they're up before 10 a.m., of course. So they get up, and we do our Christmas gift exchange with each other. And then 10 in the morning, we go next door to Sean's uncle's house for breakfast. So he cooks breakfast for everybody on the farm. And we, eat breakfast, and then we go back home and putz around, play with gifts, definitely take a nap. And then around, I think it was 5:30, 6:30, we go back next door, and it's the big Braswell farm Christmas gift exchange. We do, there's dinner, and we do, we call it Dirty Santa. So it's like the White Elephant Christmas gift exchange. Kids get gifts. Anybody that's high school or younger, we buy for. And so we do that. You're saying it's like the bubble that pops. But wait, there's more.
Yeah. There's another bubble coming.
There's another bubble. We have like 3 Christmases, maybe 4 including breakfast. And then, yesterday, what's today?
Today is the 28th.
No, Friday, sorry.
Sunday the 28th.
Yeah, the day after Christmas, we actually go to my mother-in-law's house, and then it's like just with her and our immediate families. And
well, let me
like
ask
that.
you this:
So,
what is your favorite part of Christmas?
My favorite,
of what you do.
Of what I do?
I mean, yeah, like if you had to choose something from that whole weekend, you just describe as your favorite. What's your favorite part? Besides seeing the kids get their gifts.
I was going to say that's pretty much.
Yeah, we know that.
Oh, I will say, you know what? Not that he gets it wrong, but not implying he gets it wrong, because he's never gotten it wrong. But this year, Sean and the kids, of course, they got it so right. Where I opened the gift and was like, I thought it was something else. Look underneath the tree, but I opened the gift and I was like, oh, you do listen. So
well, what was it?
It was an espresso
maker.
Nespresso. It's
yeah.
So,
Coffee
but he
maker,
got like the beginner one, because I've been looking at it and I'm like, this thing's so expensive. So not only got it, I think he got it on discount too, which is like, you know me, you get something on sale. I'm like, first off, like, that's cute. You're like, it was 50% off. I'm like, that's really cute. So it was like, he got me the Nespresso, and I was like, that was kind of like that moment of like, oh, you do hear me when I say these things.
Just a question, because this has come up. I've heard other people talk about it. At your house, does Santa wrap or not wrap?
This year, he did not wrap.
Because some people's houses he wraps. Some people's houses he doesn't wrap.
This year, he gave Wyatt and Lydia golf clubs.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
those are hard to wrap.
Yeah. On Mommy's Christmas wish list was a 401k plan, a retirement plan.
Yeah.
So Santa got Wyatt and Lydia golf clubs.
In the hopes that they'll be pro golfers and able to supplement your retirement.
Yeah, I mean, manifest it. Gotta manifest it. No, so yeah, he typically, his gifts are too big for wrapping paper.
Right.
So that's kind of what I've noticed. But
I was a no wrap household for Santa. Santa's presents were always not wrapped.
Right.
Because nobody's got time for that.
Ours was always wrapped. Everything was wrapped.
Yeah.
No matter what it was.
How was your Christmas, Kathy?
our favorite part.
It was pretty low key.
You cut any new albums this year?
No, but that's my favorite part. So
What?
I love your videos.
my favorite part is so my son was home from Asheville and for a few days, and my daughter and her husband, and they're all musicians. So, after we open presents and everything, I have a little studio upstairs in my house. So we go upstairs and play Christmas music, and we played for a long time, and then we decide which song we really liked, and we'll YouTube it, and record it, and so we did.
Do you guys just start playing, or is there much talk about what we should play, or what you should?
We just start playing, and then we'll get in a groove and be like, yeah, let's go back and record that one, So we did that this year, so that's always fun. Yeah.
What's the most stressful part?
Cooking. I had to. I had a lot of different things I had to cook for, so just getting all that ready. But I'm like Nichole. I wrap as I go, and so nothing was really stressful for me this year.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I should finally tell the audience why you two are here.
I thought it was
30 minutes.
30 minutes into the podcast. But I brought you on the podcast because I did interview Brenda last year when she came onto the board as a new member. And I think I did Rick, too, before. But I think we were just interviewing him. He just happened to be a new board member. So I thought I'd bring you two in as you're the two newest board members at the NLT board. And you guys have had a couple meetings under your belt. So I just wanted to ask you, is it everything you dreamed it would be? I know it's all glitz and glamour. I was happy to see you guys come on board because you were kind of Nichole. You were kind of like wedged in there. You were like, no, you've got to do this. And because you have to, because Darius, our old patriarch of the theater, Darius, who's been the treasurer for 30 some years, has finally decided to step down and retire from that, and now you have to do it. And I'm sure there's been zero headaches. Nothing lost in translation as far as generations, computer wise at all. I'm sure it's been all smooth. So just tell us how smooth it's been, Nichole.
It's been great. No, with any type of handoff of or inheriting a system that, especially something that has been in the hands of somebody for decades, or gosh, even 6 months. But Darius and Teresa, I went over their house a couple of times and we talked about here's the systems, and it's not like it was, in a total ledger book or anything like that. There were spreadsheets and organization, and it made sense to a point on a, accounting kind of background, but like I've learned a lot over the last couple of months of, royalties and rules and sales tax and what applies, what doesn't, and funds and all of that stuff. So, and nonprofits, or no, what are we, nonprofit?
We're nonprofit.
Not for profit. The terminology, I keep getting corrected. So I know I do have a background eons ago, worked for CPA for, a couple years, and I've always been the either accounts payable or paychecks or payroll or taxes to that. So it's like, hello, old friend, when I open up a spreadsheet and I see a register and what's associated to what account or what show or things of that nature. So it's been a transition, and I'm just working with what it is. So getting back to writing checks by hand, that was new for me, but we don't need to invest in a whole printing system just so I don't write 5 checks a month. So keep it simple, and it works just fine. So it's been enjoyable. I think it's 3 meetings for me so far, and I have sat like quietly, like, okay, and figure out, because they're like,
figure out dynamics.
I do truly appreciate your input in the last one when we did talk about summer camp, because it was nice to have a fresh perspective sort of come in. So.
What about you, Kathi? You've been a part of the theater for many years. I'm sure we've talked about that on a previous podcast. But coming in as a board member, you're pretty adamant that you wanted to join. So, what was the impetus for that?
Well, one thing, I'm retiring this year, and so I just, I do a lot with theater at school, and I knew I was going to be giving that up. So I thought it would be good for me to be part of it. Plus, I have a lot of opinions, but not being on the board, I'm like, I can't really say anything because I'm not so,
say something.
Well, I know, but it's just not the same, and I feel like I better just sit here. So I just, started asking. I was like, what do you got to do? I might want to be on the board. So I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm kind of Nichole. I'm just kind of sitting back and listening, and I'm a listener, and I figure out how things work, because I've taught for 33 years, and everything is me.
That's comfortable for you.
Well, but I have to do it at all. So there is no conversation. There is no meeting of drama teachers. It's just me. And so I like it. I like being able to have discussions about things with,
With all the, here's an interesting question. I think it's interesting. With all the brouhaha these days over school boards and library books, and this book isn't appropriate for X, Y, and Z, have you ever ran into a play that the parents have kind of like, why did you do this? Or have you always kind of played it safe?
No. Well, I have kind of played it safe, really, for school, just because it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not.
So I haven't ever had any trouble with it. I mean, most of the time the parents of the kids I teach are just like, thank you for letting them be weird. And, you know what I mean? I mean, they have because usually by the time they get to high school, they don't know that they want to be drama people, and then they do, and then they stay with it the whole time, and they come back. And I mean, I've got kids that majored in it, that, I have a girl that I taught at Corinth that will probably take over my she's at Corinth right now teaching art, but she majored in theater. And
Gotcha.
So she's waiting. She's
like,
which is great. She's a great girl.
Here, Kathy, drink this.
Kathy, aren't you tired of getting up early?
Dear Kathy, would you join me out on the balcony, please, to watch the sunset?
I learned from Rich Nixon.
Oh, what's he teach?
He's a very quiet kind of take everything in, but he takes everything in, and he's listening, and that's how he used to be at school. You know, we'd go to meetings and stuff, and he would always just sit and listen, but he's always the one that knows. He's always like, you know, he would be the one that'd be like, what do you think, Rich? And so then when he would, well, I've been listening for the past few, you know, and he, you know, so that's kind of what I like it. I like the.
I want to make that my resolution.
Yeah.
For the year.
I like to think that I do that more often than not, where I just keep my mouth shut and just sort of
I think you do.
Observe.
See, I'm self-aware. I talk too much.
I'm self-aware too.
I'm like a spontaneous, like I start to say something like,
I am also someone who basically, if something happens and people get very frustrated with me because I don't immediately jump on a solution, I'm like, give it a minute.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed how much solves itself if you just let it ride for a little bit.
I should mention that we are that NLT is in the process of rehearsing for a new musical, which goes up February 13th, 14th, 15th, the 20th, and the 21st. That 15th being a Sunday matinee, and the rest of the show starting at 8 p.m. You can get your tickets on pretty soon. They'll be available at newslittletheater.org.
January 12th.
January 12th, the tickets are available, and it's the cast is rehearsing. We got a new music director, Rob, who me and Rob go way back. We were friends in high school, and lots of band stories there. I'm going to have him on the podcast, and it's coming together right here. And I didn't know this musical was set in Europe. I totally missed that. It's set in Budapest.
Yeah, I mean there's very little that really places it in a Budapest except maybe the names. They're pretty.
Is Shop Around the Corner set in Budapest?
No.
Okay, and that's the Jimmy Stewart movie.
That's the Jimmy Stewart movie.
That was the that they made, and then eventually You Got Mail is also
because it's based on a book, and that's where all that comes from.
So be sure to get your tickets for that.
I can tell you that because season members have first pick of tickets, Sunday is also already really going fast. So if you want to come Sunday and you're not a season member, go ahead and buy them on the 12th because they're going to go really quickly.
So what's your question? How do we feel about what?
Well, being in the middle of a new transition period and being new members of the board, do you feel that you're kind of like jumping onto like a moving train or something like that?
For me, I'm comfortable in it because, and again, I guess this goes back to my job because I work in innovation and, you know, making a database and a system and then going to a team and saying, here's your new change. Here's your change. And then you're going to have some people that are like, change, yes, that's great, I'm all for it. And other people that are like, change, whatever. And then you got the other people who are like, change.
Right.
Oh, God, no. I don't, honestly, I see just that's normality. So I haven't seen anything that was like, what in the world did I, well, maybe there were some moments I was like, what did I agree to do? Holy crap. But, no, I mean, I see we're the transition period that we're in right now. It's very murky. It's unknown. There's a lot of unknowns. I think we have more questions than answers.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And, you know, how do you plan for 5 different possible scenarios
right.
with 20 different timelines? So
and
I can get that.
Not even that part, you know, what we're dancing around, but we are also growing at a rate that we're no longer going to be probably in the next few years a small community theater. We'll be probably transitioning into like a mid-sized community theater. The problem is we can't function the way we used to function.
No.
We've cruised along for so long, doing what we've done for so long, that we're starting to feel the growing pains. And
right.
so it's just a matter of getting folks on board. Kathy needs to refuel.
Time for Kathy's meds.
It's just it's like
She's been sitting too long.
Can't and I don't want to change drastically either. Don't get me wrong, because I have always been in this building. This is the only place I've ever done shows, other than the college, of course. But it's always been run the same way. It's always been done the same way. But I have also helped make changes as far as like the way we do ushers and sales. It's no longer in tickets, and so we are slowly taking steps to expand, make it more modern, more efficient, blah blah blah. But there's also, we're going to have to at some point be brave and take a step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see some people opening the door to take the step, and I see some people we have to drag to take the step. But I don't think anybody's. I mean, I think everybody's willing. I think some people are just scared of.
I think it's more a timid, being timid than it is not being willing to take.
But it's also the unknown. It's. I equate it sometimes like my phone. Actually, my son and I were talking about this today. It's just like, Mita, you and I talked about it briefly about iPhones. Like, if you're an Apple person, you've always been an Apple person, you have your iPhones, and then they're like, oh, and then like I go to work and they're like, you have a work phone. I'm like, okay, cool. And then it's like a Samsung. I'm like, what the crap is this?
Yeah.
It's just different. And you're like, that moment of like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hit the wrong button. I'm going to miss something. That's, I think, kind of like equated to that for some people. It's like that unknown. So, we're going to go, tickets, like you said. Oh, now we're going to take credit cards. I think that was the first thing is we take credit cards. And it was kind of like, oh my gosh, and it's, even though everybody's used a credit card or a debit card or some sort, every single person on the board has swiped a card at some point in time, and then you tapped a card or something to that nature. But it's that moment of like, oh, now I'm responsible for this. Now I have to touch this. It's that moment. Right. But then, it happens, and now we have the online sales and things like that. Those are baby steps.
Right.
But I think when big things come about, it's, I don't know.
And a lot of times
it's exciting and terrifying at the same time.
And I know where it is. I mean, I have that same gut reaction a lot of times for changes and stuff, but it's that fear of doing it wrong. I don't want to muck up anything. I don't want to be the one that really messes up something really badly. And I'm like, quite honestly, 90% of the time you can't really screw it up that badly.
And it's hard when you're used to, I know how this is going to work, and I know how to do this, and then something new, like we just got a whole new system at my school, a whole new sound, a whole new lights, and I had mastered it.
Right.
And so now I'm like, but I've gotten to where I can do it, but that's the hard part. It's just being like, no, I know where everything is.
The beauty is we're a theater, not a hospital.
Right.
So, knock on wood, nobody dies from our big changes.
Mm-hmm. But we're glad to have you guys. We're glad to have you guys on board. And as we enter this new kind of era at NLT, if we're not there, we're getting there. And the Mita Toole era.
Oh, Lord. Please don't put my name on that.
No, and I get that fear, too, because I have that fear. You don't want to be on the board or be the president and things royally screw up, because... I
just wanted to get through the 50th so I can go, Mina brought in the 50th anniversary season. And now it's like, damn it.
So what are we doing for the 52nd season? We're currently planning our 52nd season, and that'll be announced soon in the coming months of the new year. We wish all of the listeners a happy new year and hope you have a good and safe holiday. I wish Mita, Nichole, and Kathi a happy new year.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming on the board so we could ramble for an hour and in a very disjointed podcast that I'm just going to have to figure out in the editing.
It's going to take you
good luck with that.
A week.
I've gotten good at it. I can. If I get in you see, I'm a night owl, and I don't peak until like 10, 11 at night. That's like I don't have kids. that's my zone. That's when I really.
I have kids, and that's when I peak too.
And then Mita will get the edits at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't expect her to do them, but I just it's there. She knows I'm a night owl.
What's very funny is I am a night owl. My sleep circadian rhythms or whatever get off, and I'll stay up like till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But I am actually much more productive in the morning. So like if I can get up at like 6, 7 o'clock, I can get a lot of stuff done before lunch, and then I crash out.
It's the getting up part.
But it's the actual like getting myself to bed in time so I can get up early.
Yeah.
Menopause doesn't care if I get to bed on time. I'm just...
After She Loves Me, we have Doubt coming up, and then we're going to close off the season with Odd Couple. Now, are you excited about directing one of the most well-known comedies of all time there, Kathi Nixon?
Oh, yeah, absolabsolly.
You've done it before.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I've directed it twice. So,
Yeah.
And I've been in it twice.
You played one of the sisters.
Well, it had to be because that's the only part.
Right.
I played Felix.
But
There's one female part.
There's two.
Yeah, there's
the
two
Pigeon
sisters. Yeah.
This is a good scene, though. It's really funny.
It's two scenes.
I know, I just
but,
doesn't like
yeah.
it. I don't like those odds.
Yeah, I know.
If I audition, I want better odds.
Well, and we did talk about doing the female version of The Odd Couple,
sucks. I
but
don't like it.
my understanding is
Don't
it's
like
not
it.
as good. So they don't play poker; they play
Bridge.
or something.
Yeah, I don't like
ridiculous.
it.
No, Trivia Pursuit. I think they play Trivia Pursuit.
Why can't women? Okay, never mind.
Women can play poker. Women usually are really good poker players because they're
I don't know, it's
harder to
just
read than men.
not, yeah.
But my pet peeve is whenever I see a production of The Odd Couple, I've seen maybe 3 or 4 in my time, they never play cards right. They never actually play poker correctly. They're always like, they never look at the cards and they place a bet. I'm just like, what are you doing? You got to look at your cards first. And so...
Are you taking notes, Kathi?
No.
She's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going all in without looking at my card.
I was just like, Kathy's like, no, don't look at your cards.
No,
Hold on.
I made my guys play
got
cards.
notes.
Like they played
I know you
cards. Yeah.
But we're looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to doing Doubt. That's been on my radar for a while. And after that, hopefully, knock on wood, will be an extended break for me. I felt after Christmas Carol, I felt it. I'm like, after Doubt, it feels like it's going to be a significant break.
He says this a lot.
He says that every year.
I
I thought he said that last year.
I did, and then we decided to do Doubt.
No, you said it, and then you did the Christmas one.
I did Christmas Carol.
Yes.
My true reasons will never be known.
Okay.
But the Christmas Carol was something I thought was going to be kind of a layup, but it actually turned out to be very difficult. So it took a lot out of me. But Doubt is kind of the opposite of the Christmas Carol, where it's a smaller cast and it's
You've also been in Doubt.
I have. I was in Doubt in Goldsboro. I played Father Flynn, and so I have a good handle on the script. But also, there's a lot in that production that I'm going to change. So, like the not blocking and not blocking ahead of time, and kind of just working with the actor because I have an extra week. So I figure we can work with each actor and find. I'll get into more of this later. We don't need to get into this now, but I look forward to the opportunity. And
Can I just give a shout out because I don't know if he'll be listening, but I actually had a bet with Darius about The Odd Couple because I did The Odd Couple with Darius,
right.
And I've been trying to talk him into coming back, to do maybe The Odd Couple, and so his bet was with Nancy and me, and that if we came and watched The Conjuring at his house, because I really don't like watching scary movies at all, but if I would agree to come and watch it without closing my eyes, then he would agree to come and audition for The Odd Couple, and I watched it with no pillows, no closing my eyes. So Darius,
Isn't it like PG-13 though?
I don't care. I don't like anything like that.
I would like to
neither.
point out the fact that Kathi has taken this opportunity to throw down the gauntlet.
Yeah.
He knows I've thrown it down at his house. So
I know,
I'm
but
saying,
now it's public.
yeah, that's right. So Darius, I will see you in April.
All right, I'm going to end it there because if not, Nichole's going to make it even more difficult for me.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
Mute me.
No. I'd rather have a chatty podcast guest than somebody I have to pull stuff out of.
Well, maybe I need to take back my resolution
What was your resolution?
to not be so chatty.
You're fine. All right. But I am going to end it there. Thank you, new board members, Kathi and Nichole, for coming by. And please come see She Loves Me in February 13th, 14th, 15th, 20th, and 21st. Yep. Get those tickets January 12th at newslittletheater.org. And please join us for a very romantic Valentine's Day musical. And we are currently in the process of planning our 52nd season. We're excited to bring that to you. It'll be coming in the months. And thank you, Mina, for coming down here and setting up all this stuff. We always appreciate that. And we hope you have a safe and happy New Year from News Little Podcast to you. All right, Mina, Are you ready to stop this now? So I have to figure out how to edit this at home? I'm already... All right, that's my producer, Toole.
So
I'm Matt Gore. We'll see you later.
Ah.